All right. New Snapdragon chip. You know what that means.
Oh yeah, the rumor mill's been turning on this one.
Big time. Snapdragon 8 Elite, and we've got our hands on some leaked benchmarks. Always fun to peek behind the curtain a bit.
Absolutely, especially since it looks like a tight race this time around.
That's what has me so hyped. Let's jump right into it. AnTuTu scores first. The Snapdragon 8 Elite pulls a 3,025,991. Not too shabby, right?
Very impressive. But hold on, because the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 is hot on its heels with the score of 3,007,853.
I mean, that's basically a tie. I'm geeking out a bit here. Can you break down what this means for us non-benchmarking nerds? What exactly is AnTuTu measuring anyway?
Sure, so AnTuTu puts a phone through its paces. Think processor speed, graphics performance, memory, even how smooth the user interface feels. A close score like this means MediaTek is seriously challenging Qualcomm's dominance.
Which, let's be honest, is huge. Snapdragon's been the king for so long.
Exactly. This kind of competition could lead to some really exciting innovation, maybe even better prices for us.
Music to my ears. But before we hand MediaTek the crown, we got to talk Geekbench.
Yeah.
Different story there, yeah.
Yeah. Geekbench focuses on raw CPU power, the core processing, and from the whispers, it seems the Snapdragon 8 Elite edges out ahead in this benchmark.
Interesting. So we've got a tie-in overall performance, but Qualcomm might still have the muscle when it comes to pure processing. What kind of stuff relies heavily on CPU? Asking for a friend who may or may not be obsessed with video editing.
Well, your friend's in luck. A strong CPU is key for demanding tasks. Video editing, you nailed it. High-end gaming, anything that requires serious multitasking.
Good to know. Good to know. And it's not like these benchmarks are from some lab experiment, right? We're talking real-world phones here. The Realme GT7 Pro, specifically.
Right. The GT7 Pro is going to be one of the first phones rocking this new Snapdragon chip. Though, let's not forget the other big players. Xiaomi, OnePlus, they'll be right there with their own devices, probably the Xiaomi 15 and OnePlus 13, each fine-tuned to their own style. Always fun to see how the different manufacturers utilize the same chip.
It's like giving the same ingredients to different chefs. The results can be wildly different. Speaking of different, what about Samsung and their Exynos chips? Are they even in the running here?
The million-dollar question. Info on the Exynos 2500 is pretty scarce. Maybe they're struggling to match the performance, or maybe they're playing it close to the chest. It's anyone's guess, really.
Okay, so we've got all these contenders, benchmarks flying left and right. For the everyday person just trying to choose a phone, what's the takeaway here?
Honestly, don't get too hung up on the benchmark numbers alone. They paint part of the picture, sure, but how a phone performs in real life, that comes down to software optimization too.
Right. How well the software works with the hardware, that makes all the difference. It's like, you can have the fastest car in the world, but if the driver doesn't know what they're doing.
Exactly, it's not going to win any races. So yeah, fascinating benchmarks, lots of potential, but the true test, that's how these phones perform in our hands, in our everyday lives.
Truth. All right, folks, something to chew on. Do you prioritize raw power or a more balanced approach when you're looking at phones? And what do these advancements mean for the future of mobile gaming, AR, all that good stuff? Hit us up on social media. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time.